What is His Holiness's vision for a peaceful future, and what does His Holiness identify as threats towards world peace?
Karsa. Peace, through inner peace. Peace not through weapon, not through force. Peace only through inner peace. And then also, you see, peace does not mean no problem. Problem, so long we human being, with smart brain there, some problems always remain. Therefore, we need peaceful method to deal these problems. So that's a dialogue. So I often see telling people, expressing, 20th century becomes century of bloodshed. Not solve our problem. Immense sort of violence in 20th century. If you see brought a better world, then we can justify that immense violence. But that not the case. Therefore, use common sense. Only way to solve our problem through talks, through dialogue. Like dialogue within your family. So, entire 7 billion human beings, as human brothers and sisters, some differences, some different interests, different views. It's a talk, through talk. And if something sort of quite serious, then understand human nature, different mental disposition. Therefore, different views, different interests bound to happen. Like that. Through that way, dialogue. That's, I think, the realistic, effective way to bring peaceful century. That's the way. So, you young people, you see, should they think, or should try, the idea of dialogue should be part of your life. Whenever you face some sort of conflict, about to conflict where, then through education, you should develop sort of sense of how to solve this problem through dialogue. Not how to solve this by force, not that way. Next question.
My name is Pang and I'm in grade 8. The more we care for the happiness of others, the greater our own sense of well-being becomes, are the words of His Holiness in an interview he gave. However, in some cases, we ourselves go through difficult times and find it difficult to think of others before ourselves. So in such situations, how can we still care and be compassionate?
Basically, it's a more, altruistic attitude, more sense of concern of others' well-being than the basis of suspicion, basis of anger, basis of jealousy. These reduce. Clear. Peace of mind, tranquilizer, short moment. Sleeping pill, limited sort of effect, isn't it? Yeah. Of course, I never say I'm a good practitioner of Buddhism, but I have some sort of experience through my sort of practice. So I think my life, age 16, now today 77. Whole 60 years, my life, a lot of sort of problems, a lot of difficulties. But I never touch sleeping pill. I always good sleep, sound sleep. That's why I never touch tranquilizer. And of course, I'm monk. I cannot drink. So that because of training of mind, training, and look more holistic. Even as a troublemaker, usually we get angry, anger, hatred. But from different sort of angle, look more holistic way, you will find some benefit due to their trouble. They create trouble. You get some more inner strength. If your life too easy, then your life may spoil. So challenge there, that's good thing to strengthening yours or what's the inner strength, like that. So judging from that, sometimes you feel, oh, grateful, that troublemaker, like that. So therefore, you see, everything, you see, the mental attitude. Some people, due to certain sort of mental sort of attitude, even small things, they disturb too much. And some people passing through immense difficulties, but they can remain peaceful person. So, same physical body, same human blood, same human body, but because of different sort of mental attitude. Clear? So the ultimate sort of source of inner strength, self-confidence, and create all surround something positive. That is altruism. Altruism here. Then it appears everything looks more positive. Full of anger here, full of suspicion here, everything appears something negative. Okay, like that.
Everything changes. Nothing remains without a change. Thus, the world today is a completely different place from what it used to be. What moral values does His Holiness think are important in such a technological age where gadgets such as the computer and the internet have become integral parts in the life of a human being?
This technology, modern technology, these things actually dealing with physical comfort, not mental comfort. Here, mental comfort, you see, seeing something nice, you get some sort of satisfaction. Hearing some beautiful sort of music, you feel some satisfaction. That's temporary. These mental levels, some kind of satisfaction or some kind of peace, is actually entirely depend on sensorial levels of information. That is very short, temporary. So peace or violence usually not happen due to sensorial level experience, but through sensorial sort of the sensorial experiences, then reach mental level, then judge this is good or bad for me, this is good for me or bad for me. And through that way, violence usually comes. Clear? It is very, very essential. Make distinction, sensorial level, or say sensorial level consciousness and mental level consciousness. And similarly, some pains and pleasure, mainly sensorial level and mental level. There's, up to now, this scientists not yet sort of carry serious sort of investigation. So last few years, I suggesting to scientists now carry some sort of test person who, without sort of using sensorial sort of feeling, but simply on the basis of past memory or future vision, the mental level, you see, let develop some kind of anxiety, some kind of sort of worry or pleasure. Nothing to do with sensorial sort of, or say, information. And then another sensorial level sort of information, then some pleasure or unhappiness or happiness. I think on brain level, there could be some difference towards the movement in different part of the brain. So still not yet towards the developed fully. I think some scientists, now for example, there's some brain specialist, some neuron or these sort of scientists now begin to feel change of brain, the third factor, that we call consciousness or mind. Some cases they already found through training of mind, some change of brain. That already now proved through their experiment, like that. So therefore, technology, very good, wonderful, almost like a miracle. But if you believe technology alone bring inner peace, it is wrong. Very clear. Inner peace must develop your own effort and through reasoning, through certain sort of training, like that.
Your Holiness, you said in your opening address that ethnic chauvinism is a great block to reach a great human potential, and it's a waste of our energies and our faculties. So it's especially in a setting like this, when we look at the world and we see ethnicity. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Especially in a setting like this, when students like us see ethnicity dividing people every day and it becoming an excuse for violence, what is your advice, and how can we hope to go about changing things?
So that I already mentioned. With too much emphasis, secondary level of differences. In ancient time, okay, the Muslim world, just think about Muslim. The Hindu world, just think Hindu. Or Buddhist world, just think Buddhist. Maybe at that time, something different. Now today, world, again now, due to technology, world become much smaller, and also population. Now physical distance is not much, so very close each other. So that's the new reality, new world. So because of that reality, world becoming something, one small world, one and smaller, right? Compare with the previous, let's say in the past, compare past, today, world much smaller, in the sense, very close each other. So that reality, with that reality, we still think century-old concept of we and they, and basis of also divisions, some differences. Then these problems happen. So therefore, now we need some constant special effort. We are same human being. The future of the world depend on humanity, not Muslim, not Hindu, not Buddhist, not non-believer. It is our common interest. So we have to think about humanity rather than my group, their group, like that. So through education, through awareness, and through education, we're becoming more realistic. So thinking about oneness is the realistic approach. Too much emphasis, differences, too much differences is unrealistic thinking. So the reality and our perception, there is gap. Actually, very purpose of education is to reduce gap, appearance, and reality. And scientific research also, you see, try to reduce gap between appearance and reality. So now our education should focus, reduce the gap, appearance, and reality. So appearance, still we feel we and they. We loves that sort of that divisions. Now, the actual reality, we should not consider importance of that. Rather, you see, we should develop big we, entire 7 billion human being, part of we, part of me. Okay. So that I believe.